Authentic, fun, relatable, and slightly provocative. Just another hang with your besties. It's CK Mornings and the In Case You Missed It podcast.
According to science, they say alcohol might make your food taste better. Yeah, obviously. Who doesn't love having a drink and a little bite to eat?
Yeah,
Is there anything better? That's like I love that. That's a great night out for me.
Oh, yeah. Especially like after the bar, you time it out.
Have a couple drinks, have a nice meal. Like, that's great. That's a perfect setup. A study published set out to make sense of this phenomenon. They gave half the women alcohol and half the women a saline solution.
Yum.
Afterwards, they all ate lunch. The women who had the alcohol prior to eating said their food tasted better. And they ate way more than the women who didn't have any alcohol. I wonder what that saline tasted like. Ugh, maybe you're not even hungry after that. They did the test with men. They gave men vodka and orange juice, and then the other men, orange juice.
Okay.
Again, how ripped off would you feel? Like, this sucks.
Yeah, how'd you get on that side?
The most interesting part of the study suggests that people actually feel rewarded when eating high-fat foods after drinking alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, when I went to the bars a lot when I was younger, I hit that street meat cart.
Oh.
You couldn't stop me. I remember cabbing back home with the street meat and just like,
You were a bar star back in the day, and it would be like, yeah, you'd get your driver to take you to the TB drive-through.
Oh, yeah.
One would want McDonald's, so you'd go there, and it would
and
be
you'd
like,
get a feast, and you'd eat it, and you're just like, this is so good.
yeah. And now, I'm not hitting the drive-thrus like I used to, but I do like to, let's have another wrap. Why not? Let's get the spin
I know,
dip.
it's so funny how, you can eat healthy all 99% of the day of the week, and then you get a few sips and you're like, I need to eat food, and it's going to be bad food.
And I'm going to throw that out the window.
Yeah.
I've never gone out for a pint and said, maybe I'll have the side salad.
No.
You never do that. You want the high fatty foods. That's why it goes hand in hand. Alcohol, food, and then you're packing on the pounds.
And you just scarf it too. Like, you don't even taste it, I feel like.
If that video, remember the David Hasselhoff video of him drunk on the ground eating a cheeseburger? That's, I saw that.
Forgot about that.
I felt embarrassed for him because I'm like, yeah, we've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's science.
It's just science. Oh, no. I'll just have some carrot sticks with my beer, please. It doesn't happen. I'm about 2 months into my gym life. I don't know how many times I've started the gym, but I've been 2 months in. I've been going pretty consistently, 3 to 4 times a week.
Certified gym bro.
I'm a gym bro.
I think so.
Haven't seen you there, Matt.
No.
Weird.
Yeah.
I actually have, I do a leg day, I do an arm day, I do a core day.
Okay, good for you.
Like, I've taken this seriously, and yesterday was a day I was like, I don't want to go, but I'm like, I'm going to feel better if I go. And I went yesterday. The problem is right now, it's a little bit of a different atmosphere at the gym with the gym bros because a lot of students are back from college and university,
right.
so it's a different smattering of people.
Okay.
Usually at the time I go, it's me and common-aged folk, like my age.
Combination.
Right? Like, we're, retirees.
Right.
Yeah. Middle of the day, right?
Exactly.
That makes sense, yeah.
Well, lately, it's really been peaking with, younger 19, 20-somethings who are now at the gym because they're home from school, maybe haven't started their summer jobs yet, and it's a different vibe right now.
Infiltrating, okay.
So I've witnessed a few new things. What I do, I get there, I put my Beats headphones on, my noise canceling, and I do my own thing.
Okay.
I don't get any texts. I don't check any texts. I just listen to my podcast and I go about my business. Well, the last few times I've been in, I've numerous times had to take my earphone. I'm like, pardon me?
Oh,
pardon
I
me?
hate that.
And I'm like, is somebody talking to me?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of chatter going on. Usually, we're just all kind of going about our own business, right? The only conversation you'll hear is, are you done on this machine?
You and the retirees are the
Exactly.
pump iron and nothing
exactly.
else.
Lorna will say to me, are you done with that machine? And I'm like, yes, Lorna, I raised the weight for you, and, I get out of the way.
Yeah.
That's the only conversation I have. Right now, these 20-something gym goers are there with their buddies, and they're talking, and they're chatting. The one thing I've noticed, though, is that a lot of them like to talk on the phone while working out.
Oh, really?
With their AirPods.
Really?
Have you seen, on the AirPod, you don't really
Oh, okay, yep.
Like I'll be.
And yes, that's why you never know. I get that a lot in stores. I'll be walking and I'll think someone's talking to me and they're on the phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I would do that. And I'm like, sorry, did you? Oh no, I'm on the phone. Why are you on the phone at the gym?
Yeah, no, that's not.
Why?
That shouldn't happen.
Like, okay, maybe somebody calls and you're like, hey, I'm at the gym. I'll give you a call later. Or, hey, no, I'll send that. I mean, maybe a quick conversation. But I witnessed this woman the other day get on the treadmill next to me. She's 20, 21, 22 tops. Just a young thing. She gets up next to me, and right away, blah, 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 blah. And I take my headphone off, and I kind of look at her like, there's not a chance in hell you're talking to me. Why would you be talking to me? I witnessed her for her entire run on the treadmill. Had to be like 15 minutes. Just chatting away.
Really?
My concern is who's on the other line wants that conversation?
Yeah.
Well, it probably makes their time at the gym go by fast
Yeah, I would think so.
if you're on the phone.
But pretend you're at the gym. Pretend
Okay.
you're working out, okay? Exactly. That's what I'm hearing. I'm on the other end.
I gotta go to work. I got a work meeting after
I
this.
can't talk to somebody like that.
Yeah.
Stop it.
No, but my thing is they're so young. They probably don't get exerted as much. They're not huffing and puffing like you are.
That's probably
and
true,
they
yeah.
probably don't have to focus as much. You know what I mean? She's 21. She's on the treadmill for 20 minutes. She's good, you know?
The one word I caught, the one conversation I caught was like half-price appetizers is what I heard from her.
Oh, she's going to Chuck's.
So I was like, what's that, huh? And then I'm like, well, I'm in, whatever you're doing.
Yeah, where's
And then
these half-price
Yeah,
apps?
then I realized she wasn't talking to me, so. Just who's on the other end of that line?
I think those people, you know how you have noise canceling headphones?
Yeah.
I think they need to have like a helmet that they wear, like a motorcycle helmet, so that like their noise gets canceled, so that we don't have to hear their conversations.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I
should have
think
to
some
put one
kind
on.
of light or something, so you know when the light's on, you know they're on the phone. They're not talking to you.
Like an on-air light like we have here in the studio, you mean?
On phone light, yeah.
Yeah, like their shirt lights up or something.
You're like, okay, you're on the phone. You're not. If I hear talking, it's not to me.
Or like a beacon on their forehead where it just blinks and you go, oh, yes. I saw a group of 4 guys the other day, 4 gym bros who were all broing together, but all on the phone separately to other people.
Oh.
Oh, what is? That's cacophony of noise going
Yeah.
on over there.
They're doing their thing.
So this morning when I go, I'm going to call you guys.
To fit in.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just to follow up, just see how it goes. Okay? Actually, you know what I'm going to do? When we have our meeting next week, I'm going to join via like a voice meet.
one up
like,
them. Do it
yeah.
not just a phone call, but a video call.
Yeah, and I will say, yes, no problem, Alana. We will get that, and we'll have a full-on meeting with our manager.
I think, honestly, being on the treadmill and being on the phone was kind of chic. You look like you're a businesswoman who just had to barely squeeze a work it in because you have so much stuff to do. You know what I mean?
I looked at this girl. She wasn't doing anything else but that. She was lucky to get herself out of bed after a bender last night. It's probably what happened.
She's got hot gossip from the night before. She's got a
Oh,
color
yeah.
girl, and
Yeah.
she's trying to work out and be healthy. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's kind of cool.
Their conversation with their friend is probably a lot different than mine. You're right. And then maybe a tear here and there. I think I pulled something.
I have to meet with a cardiologist.
That's probably what's going down. The upfronts continue. We were talking about this earlier in the week where the, it used to just be like ABC and NBC and CBS would all do their upfronts to possible advertisers and talk about their fall schedule. Now it's Prime and Netflix and every wackadoodle who's sending out some content. So Netflix has now released a little bit on their upfronts on some of the new stuff that is coming out later on in the fall. And the one that's got some attention is the original Star Search. You guys remember Star Search? You ever watch that? You guys
It
are
was
probably
a touch before my time, but I definitely remember it. Some big
Okay.
names were on that. Brittany was
Yeah.
on that.
Ed McMahon, yeah. 1983 to
sounds okay.
1995, and I swear, I thought it was on a Sunday night. We used to watch this. Ed McMahon was the host, and he'd be like, welcome to Star Search! And then they had a bunch of different categories, and there was always like a swimsuit category, and I was at the age where I was like, hello. You know what I mean? It was just a kid. I was like, oh. honk honk. Like, I remember just sitting with my parents watching Star Search, and they'd have like, all right, time now for the swimsuit competition, and then they'd have a singing competition. They'd have comedians on there.
Oh, I would have loved it if it was on when I was a little bit older.
It was like it was the OG of
American Idol and
America's
stuff,
Got
yeah.
Talent. Yeah, like it came well before any of those things. And then the judges would never pick the one that should have won. Like, I remember back then, you're always like, huh? Why'd you do that? Well, Netflix is bringing it back. Their upfront presentation yesterday, they announced the new version will be coming back to the streamer, but it'll also air live.
Huh.
Are we just not back to TV again? Like, we all cut the cord.
Yeah, I know.
We all got
right?
Netflix
Seriously.
and the Prime, and now, and I'm not like, I love the Netflix. They stream sports now and then. I think it's the wrestling they do on there.
Yeah.
Like, it's all very popular, but we're just back to where we were.
Exactly, if not even more convoluted now.
Exactly. So this is just now another show. Now here's the thing: it'll air live, but then it'll be available that you can go back and stream it whenever you want to stream it.
Kind of like when you used to be able to record things on
Yeah.
your VHS.
Yeah,
Just watch it on demand.
Yeah, you can get your VHS tape out, pop it in. You can watch it a little bit later on. So that's what they're doing now.
Okay.
That'll be interesting. I like that. I'll probably watch it.
Ed McMahon will not be back to host. He is passed, so he is unavailable. Let's throw out our guesses. Who's going to host this?
Ryan Seacrest,
Right.
probably. Who
Yeah,
else?
Absolutely.
100%. We don't know yet. They haven't announced it, but let's go out on a limb here and say Seacrest will be the host of this thing. That's like right up his alley.
I think he's doing American Idol right now.
Oh, is he?
Seacrest or Michael Strahan does a lot of stuff.
Yes,
Maybe
yeah.
it'll be one of them.
Yeah, well, they'll split it or something. But yeah, it's coming back. The OG of like all these talent shows, Star Search, is coming back. No idea when it will be. They also announced a new movie called Here Comes the Flood with Denzel Washington and Robert Pattinson. And there's another couple little things. Oh, they did mention a returning series, so these will return on Netflix. Bridgerton, The Diplomat, and The Four Seasons. If you haven't watched The Four Seasons yet, it's really good.
Yeah?
We
never
just got
watched
into it's like, I think it's like 6 episodes. We watched 4 in one night. And it was like Steve Carell's in it. It's pretty funny. So that's the upfronts from Netflix. A little Star Search action coming your way.
Good news. Good news. And nothing but. Here's Tell Me Something Good. Tell me something good. On CK Mornings.
For Winmar, 570 Grand Ave East in Chatham. Am I throwing this to you, Matt? Did you want to start today?
Sure.
Tell
yeah,
me
that's
something
fine.
good?
Yeah. This I was really impressed again to see the handbags for hospice coming back in the spring, and then they raised $30,000. I mean, does this group ever miss with a fundraiser? They do such a great job.
Yeah, hospice is great. And this is the second, so they're adding 2 a year.
Yeah,
Oh, 'cause
exactly.
they're so popular, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding. Yeah, which is another impressive thing because you get 30,000 in the spring, and you got another one coming up in the fall.
Yeah.
And they just had the hike for hospice. You know, it's like
Let them eat. Let them
That's
eat.
great.
No, it's true. But you know what? Like overall, it's Chatham-Kent. Like we're such
for
a
sure.
giving community. All right, I'm going to tell you about a convenience store in New Jersey where a customer found $100 sitting on the floor in front of the counter and bent down, picked it up, and handed it to the cashier and said, "This wasn't mine. I'm sure somebody will come back for it," which is quite an honest thing to do,
Very
right?
good, yep.
All caught on video. Gives it to the cashier, and the cashier is kind of like, well, I don't know whose it is, but I will. Let's see. So the person goes through with their purchase, and they also buy a lottery ticket. Guess what happened?
They won.
$1 million.
Wow.
They told lottery officials their philosophy is, if you take something that's not yours, you will never get your own.
I like that.
Yeah. Walked away with $1 million.
wow.
Not sure who got the $100 in the end of it, but
Meh.
still.
See, it's good karma.
Honesty, right? Lana, tell me something good.
I'm going to tell you about a goose parade. So, Enbridge Gas posted a video on their...
yeah.
Here, I'll send it to you guys. Enbridge Gas posted a video on their Facebook page. It's so cute. So, it's a video of a goose family walking through their Bloomfield office. And it says in the caption that every spring, a Canada Goose couple takes up residence in their courtyard out of the Chatham office. And then when the Goslings arrive, the only way out is through the building. So the employees have to open the door for them and chauffeur them and shuffle them down the hallway. They get the honor of escorting the little goose family on their annual migration down the hallway. And the mom, dad, and baby geese go throughout the office so they can get out the other side where they need to go. And look how serious the employees take it.
So
every year.
Ryan shows up every year?
Ryan Gosling?
Is that what you said?
Yeah, nice.
Something like that.
Oh, what a story. If you want to see that, send us a text. We'll share the link with you, but it is, yeah.
Isn't that cute, Chris? Say it's cute.
Yeah, they're geese, though. Yeah.
Isn't that you don't even like the little baby goslings?
Little
I love them.
I like the little babies are cute.
Yeah.
But this doesn't tell me something cute. I think it's nice that Enbridge helps them out.
It's a win-win for the babies and the Enbridge employees.
Me and Geese don't see eye to eye. We have a little thing going on right now. Oh, we should. You know what we should do, too? We got to shout out the Chatham Maroons.
Yeah.
Again.
Sutherland
Anytime.
Cup champions, yeah. We're still waiting on details. They're going to do, I don't know if it's going to be a parade, but they're going to do some kind of celebration.
They didn't want to overshadow the geese.
They're waiting for Gosling to help. But there'll be some kind of event where you can get together. You can see the trophies, get a picture, and kind of celebrate with the team since they won on the road. But yeah, congrats to the Maroons, a Sutherland Cup champion team this year. That's Tell Me Something Good, brought to you by Winmar, 570 Grand Ave East in Chatham. The Thursday before the long weekend, specifically the May 2-4. A lot of people, I think, are taking tomorrow off.
Yeah, I could see that.
Make it
4 days.
Yeah, an extra long weekend. Today is it should be a holiday. It should be a stat day in Canada. It is National Caesar Day. Caesar Day, which has only been around, I want to say, like 5-6 years. Hasn't been around that long. But the day is always the Thursday before the long weekend. The Caesar cocktail is the unofficial Canadian... no, it is. It's Canada's national cocktail. It's not unofficial. It's official. Mark Carney drinks them every morning.
Oh, well then.
Allegedly, we're not sure of that. The Caesar, invented in Canada, 1969. I did a little digging here. It's a little history digging, okay?
Okay.
So what led to the Caesar being invented was in the 60s, Clamato juice, a blend of tomato and clam juice, was introduced. So that's when it was introduced. 1969, there was a bartender working at the Calgary Inn, now a Weston Harbor Castle or something. They asked him to come up with a new cocktail for their new restaurant, which was like an Italian restaurant. Clamato juice was hot. He wanted to have something that was kind of like tied in with the Italian cuisine. Mm-hmm. And this is what he came up with. Vodka, Clamato, and then you had the Worcestershire, the Tabasco, and then a couple of spices in there. You mix it all up, put a garnish on it, boom.
Boom.
Came huge. Flew around the West Coast, and then all of Canada kind of jumped on. The first name, the initial name, was the Eye Opener. Huh. And then somebody from the U.S. came and ordered it and said, that's a Bloody Caesar is what that is, similar to the Bloody Mary.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. And then just shorten it to Caesar, and there
Here
you
we
go.
are.
Now you know.
Now look at it. Now some of the ones you can get out there. It's crazy the stuff they put in these Caesars.
Oh, I know. That
I'm like,
spicy
just go
pickle one is so not good. Should we let her in, Matt, on the story?
What? What?
Matt and I have been crushing Caesars.
No, you have
all
not. Are you
100%.
serious?
Yeah, you don't like them.
Why didn't you? You're so rude. You didn't bring me one?
Would you want one?
All right.
I'll tell you, I break some.
You're such a nut. Is that really? Matt.
What? It's National Caesar Day. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
it's like
Caesar
a
Day.
part of our heritage.
Yeah, it is.
I want to be part of the heritage.
You don't like them, though. Am I going to give
said-
you one of these or are you going to waste it?
You gotta finish it though.
If I
I'll
give
finish
you one of
it. I
these.
said I don't mind them. They're not my favorite thing.
Okay, do you want an extra spicy? Do you want a pickled bean or would
Okay,
you like
now
the
we're
original?
talking. What did you guys have?
I had a pickled bean.
I got extra spicy.
Yeah.
I like spice. Spice,
Really?
please. Yeah.
Man, I feel like we're going to give this to her. She's going to not enjoy it.
Yeah.
No.
There you go. Shake it up.
Can I crack
Yeah, you
it
gotta
open?
shake it first.
Give it a
I
little
gotta
shake.
shake it?
Yeah, give it a do you know how to shake things?
Yeah, I know. I feel like you're not supposed to
It's
shake
not
carbonated.
carbonated. It's not carbonated.
Okay. Okay, here we go. That's the smell.
You haven't even said it yet. She doesn't like them, but I want
She's
to.
in for one now.
Yeah.
The spicy one.
Is it spicy?
Yeah. Can you
Okay.
actually take a swallow? Don't.
Okay, it's good. It's just very I feel like I'm drinking like strained tomato paste, known as tomato paste. It's good. It's just an interesting taste for a drink.
Who's not the Canadian now?
No, this is good.
Okay.
Objectively, it tastes good. I just don't find it as a refreshing beverage drink option. But it's good. Thank you guys. I didn't know you guys are half in the bag over here. I thought you were laughing at my jokes more than normal.
I wouldn't say we're half of the bag. We're like 3/4.
Okay, catch
We're
up.
all our way. Happy Caesar Day.
Happy
Good day.
Caesar Day.
You know what they've done? They've come a long way with the canned Caesars. I would say, Matt, wouldn't you think? I used to be like, nah, can't do a canned Caesar, but man, they've figured out the
and I like the options they have out there now.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay, easy. No, you're not having another. She's already on number 2.
Give me that spicy pickle.
Look at this one. Happy Caesar Day, Canada. We're in a weird crossover part of the season in sports right now, where baseball's underway, NBA's kind of wrapping up. We haven't buried the Leafs yet, but it's coming. And then the NFL releases their schedule last night, and everyone gets excited for that. And I'm kind of like, cool, but let's slow down a little bit because I don't want the summer to fly by. The NFL is like a fall thing, a winter thing. So
Very
I'm
much so, yep.
I don't want to get too geeked about it. But the Lions schedule, and I guess the entire NFL schedule came out yesterday. And some interesting little tidbits in there. Lions schedule, first of all, looks tough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they say it's the second toughest schedule in the NFL this year. They got to go through a lot of really good teams if they want to, well, first of all, make the playoffs, and if they want to go any further in the playoffs. But I guess if you look at it this way, you're like, well, if we do well in the season, we beat some good teams. Right?
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah, it's a good test the whole way through.
So the Lions will begin the season in Green Bay on September 7th. That is the first game. Their first game. Am I wrong with that? No, they're at home. They're at home. What am I saying here?
Lions are...
I don't even know. Where are they at?
The Lions are in Green Bay for...
In Green Bay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you're right.
Okay. And then a couple other highlights. So the Thanksgiving game is against Green Bay again. So Green Bay comes to Detroit on November 27th. There's 5 primetime games. Is that what you said, Matt?
I think there's 5 primetime games, and then they play a Christmas Day game as well.
Is that on Netflix too, that one, or something?
Yeah, Netflix last year debuted their Christmas Day games, and I loved it. I thought it was great. And now Detroit gets a Christmas game. Christmas is on a Thursday this week. Is that what it is? Or this year, I should say. Regardless, we know it's December 25th. They're going to play Minnesota at 4:30 on Christmas Day. What are your thoughts on the Christmas Day game? Are you good with that, or is that going to cause problems in the family? I'm loving it.
I think it's pretty good. 4:25 in the afternoon too, or like
I think that's like perfect. Yeah, you can have it on maybe while dinner's cooking.
Yeah, I know by like most of my Christmas stuff is done by that time.
Yeah, Christmas.
Exactly.
If it was Christmas Eve, that'd be different. But Christmas Day, I think things kind of simmer
Day,
down.
yeah,
That's
in the
a kind of a
afternoon.
perfect, like
Oh,
after a
just
big busy run of Christmas Eve, Christmas
Going right
Day.
into the evening, it's perfect. Yeah.
I'm all for it. I love it. Because I did see some people online saying, "Oh, that stinks that there's a Christmas Day game." But
Isn't there always one?
no, last year was the first year the NFL did Christmas Day games, unless you know what had been a Sunday in the past.
Okay, I didn't know that.
It's always kind of been the NBA's always kind of been like a Christmas Day schedule. So the NFL said, "Hey, we're going to do it on Netflix," and it blew up. The numbers were huge.
Okay.
So of course they follow the money, and they're bringing it back again this year. Interesting. That's a road game, too, by the way. That's what I wanted to say. The first home game is September 14th versus Chicago, which is the second week of the season. So,
Okay.
it's all out there. I was just wondering, I was interested to think what people thought about Christmas Day. Because I think some people would be totally against it, and it's just not going to work. But for the most, like anybody I've talked to has been like, oh, yeah, it's all good.
I don't have too much stake in the game here, but I like it. I mean, they got their Thanksgiving game, which is a big deal for them over there, and they get really into the Thanksgiving game. I think it's cool. It's kind of something to look forward to. And people are acting like having it, they're going to die if they don't get to watch it because they're having Christmas celebrations with their family.
That's a possibility. Let's not, let's not take that away from us, okay? We know you're a big Lions fan.
Let's go Lions! I'm ready. Let's go Christmas. Let's go Lions!
All right, pump the brakes a little bit. Week 1 of the NFL season, September 7th. Lions schedule is now available. We're going to add a new weapon to our arsenal, a new segment to the show here this morning.
Okay.
And this comes after we got a text, I think it was last week, wasn't it? Kind of triggered a conversation here. So we thought, hey, this would be good. We could throw it out to our listeners and get their thoughts. You know, the dating pool right now, it's a shallow gene pool, let's be honest.
Okay.
So you could use some help and some opinions from the outside world.
Okay, this is good.
We're calling it CK Mornings Red Flags.
The red flag being displayed.
All right, so the way this works is we've got a red flag that was submitted, and we'll take these red flags, and over the weeks we'll kind of throw them out there and we'll get some opinions on it. Alana basically gives us the relationship red flag, and you have to decide, is it a red flag, is it a green flag? What's your feelings on this, okay?
Okay. Okay, so you want my red flag?
Let's throw it out. Give it to us.
Okay. Uses the letter U instead of typing out the word Y-O-U.
Oh. A bad texter.
Red flag.
Yeah. 519-354-8684. Give us your thoughts on this guy. It could be a woman, too. Okay, we can go both ways on this one. What do you think about this one? Is that a relationship red flag? It's not breaking the bank, but
Laziness.
it would bother me.
Yeah.
What do you think? One of our texters this morning, we got a Dresden Raceway opening day pack, which includes the voucher, the hot dog, the pop in the program. You're saying, yeah, Matt.
Yeah, it just seems like, I don't know. It seems like it's got bro territory written all over it.
Especially once you get to a certain age, like the 2 extra letters you can't be bothered to type.
Yeah.
What kind of partner are you going to be?
I would take this one step further. Like I hate bad texters. Like too much slang, too much, what would you even call it? Just putting a U. Just grow up. Don't do that. But I'd also want to see how they organize their contacts in their phone. Because that really bothers me if you're just a lazy contact person. Like if you don't give anybody a name, you don't say like that.
You'd hate my contact.
I
don't even have to because now Apple suggests and it'll say, if you text me, it'll say maybe Chris McLeod. You ever seen this?
Yeah.
So I just leave it like that.
My contacts are all first and last. I have your job title. I have where you work. Like I am
really?
Yeah, it's my Rolodex. I need to know.
See, it's so interesting because that would maybe be a red flag for me.
Really?
It's like, get a
Somebody
life.
who has got their life together? Yeah, well that plays, okay.
Okay, nerd.
You might want to find somebody who's got their contacts in order. Okay, so the relationship flag, we're pulling the flag up here. You need to let us know, is this a red flag or a green flag? Again, there'll be other things.
Yeah, and they're petty. Like,
okay, what do you think? Give it to us again.
Uses the letter U instead of typing out the word Y-O-U.
The red flag being displayed.
Okay, relationship flag is what we'll start with, and then you have to decide, is this a red flag or not? Real simple concept. We're going to try to help out the dating pool. Give us the situation here.
The person texts the letter U instead of typing out the full word Y-O-U.
I say it's a red flag. It's laziness, complete laziness. And I'm not alone. What are some of the reactions we got?
I would say it's fairly split, but the majority of people who say it is a red flag is saying exactly that. It's a sign of laziness. Maureen says not necessarily a relationship red flag, more of a personality red flag. If you're too lazy to put 2 more letters, I can't say I'd want you as a friend, friend either to text. Another one says it's the exact same as someone just texting you K. Kelly says if that's the first interaction, it's block to burn, which I guess is a Facebook group lingo. Either their effort level is 0 or they're not very smart. Like I said, lots of people are saying it's laziness, it's laziness, it's laziness. We did get some people who say not a big deal, though. Gord says it's just an age thing and the fast-paced world we live in. No flag. Terrence said red flag, sounds like a lazy person. Steve says being petty, there's a lot more to think about in a relationship. Another one says bigger stuff to worry about, believe me. Heather says sketchy, red flag. I don't want to be called babe, boo, babe, or anything tacky either.
There you go, yeah.
Randy says I do that all the time. I don't spell correct. I also don't spell correct.
I think that's what he said. We couldn't read his text. It was pretty difficult.
Sharon says green flag. What does it really matter? There's more red flags to worry about than that.
Oh, yeah.
Sue says, I use the letter U all the time, and I would date me. There you go. So a little
I like
mixed.
Judy said red flag. His text was, hey, you sup.
You sup.
Thanks for all the responses. We'll do this. And if you've got a red flag or a flag, you want to see if it's a red or a green flag, just text it to us, and then we'll throw it out. We'll get some response. New Zealand. McDonald's is giving away free quarter pounders if your name's Brad. This week only. McDonald's wants to give you a free quarter pounder because Brad Pitt went through the drive-thru on Easter Sunday in New Zealand, in Auckland, New Zealand, and had an interaction with a young fan. A young fan saw him, ran up to the vehicle, and said, "Hey, Brad, can you say hi to my dad?" And Brad said no. Brad Pitt was like, "No."
Shot down.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then Brad said, "Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, Dad." All right, moving along. Happy Easter, and he went about his business.
Huh.
Yeah, so Brad, it seems like a weird interaction.
Yeah.
The whole
Brad.
thing. I'm shocked that Brad Pitt going through a McDonald's drive-through in New Zealand.
Do you not have people for that, Brad?
Hey, Brad, can you say hi to my dad? It's like, no.
Brad, say hi to my dad.
Just no. It's
Moving
hilarious.
along. So anyway, they said get the app at McDonald's, and then we will, anybody named Brad will get themselves a free quarter pounder. It's this week only. So if you're trying to plan a trip, Brad, pump the brakes. You ain't getting it in time. It ain't going to work out for you. Do you guys remember?
Okay, I think I know where you're going, and I was going to ask.
Do you remember the Blenheim, New Zealand
It was just looking it up.
McDonald's?
I was like, it was New Zealand this happened in?
Remember that? So a couple months ago, I don't know, maybe be a year ago now, this Blenheim, New Zealand McDonald's had to put out a post and say we are not the Blenheim one from Canada because we got the newest, or I guess one of our newest McDonald's. No, it's not the newest anymore, but the Blenheim McDonald's is relatively new.
At the
Yeah.
time it
And
was, yeah.
people kept calling the Blenheim McDonald's, but they were being connected to the New Zealand McDonald's. And they were getting fed up with having to take phone calls from
Yes.
southwestern Ontario McDonald fans. So they were pretty harsh about stop calling us.
And what did we do? We called them.
Yes, we called them.
And I think they were very lovely, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think they had to bite their tongue a little bit, but yeah,
Oh, all right, so that's the New Zealand.
it seems like they're a little harsh over there. Brad Pitt being a snot in the drive-thru.
Yeah.
Yelling at, stop calling us. I can't do an accent, Matt. You can do it better than I can. Stop calling the Blenheim, New Zealand McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you talk to my dad? Nope.
He wanted his food.
No. You know what? That would hurt me, though. If I was Brad Pitt, I'd be like, well, why don't you want to? Like, if I'm such a big deal, you.
That's when you know you're with the older demographic.
Yeah.
When you're like, my dad loves you.
Yeah. I'd be like, no, never mind. No. Well, then where's your dad? Hey, but Brad's getting free burgers right
I
now.
wonder what Brad gets from McDonald's. I would never think McDonald's enters that man's body.
What would he get?
I know. That's what I'm confused by, too.
That'd be a Big Mac, right?
No, I think a little bit not as heavy as a Big Mac.
Do you think he's a fish filleter?
I was gonna say
Really?
No, he can't
No.
be. No, he's not old enough.
He can't be.
no. I don't know. Fish is probably like the leanest option, so I could see him going for the fish.
I
Maybe
feel like-
grilled chicken.
No, I think Brad Pitt, this is him. He's letting loose. It's a cheat day. He's getting 20 nugs.
Just I picture like classic. Yeah, 20 nugs, a large fry,
Yeah.
maybe a Diet Pepsi. Diet
Yeah,
Coke, whatever,
20 nugs and a double cheeseburger on the side.
and a bunch of dips.
Yeah. We thought way too hard about what Brad Pitt's eating at McDonald's.
There's a craze I've been seeing going on with millennials on the internet right now. So a reminder that millennials are anyone between the ages of 29 and 44 years old. So they're flocking online right now to show off their millennial mole, it's called.
What?
Okay, and I'm very interested, Matt, to hear if you have this. So it's a beauty mark they say is reserved exclusively for their generation. The theory is a large majority of people in that age group have a mole on their left forearm. And there's thousands of people with their videos saying, oh my goodness, I have one. And Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child, she kind of kicked this off because she posted a video laying on the beach saying, have you guys heard of the millennial mole? I just discovered I have a millennial mole, and she's showing off hers. So I looked, and I have the millennial mole.
What?
I see it.
You do?
Do you have one? A mole on your left forearm?
Let me see. Let me give me a closer
Look at that glaring mole.
That's an ingrown hair.
No, that's a mole. It's a beauty mark, actually, as I refer to it as.
Matt?
Do you have one, Matt?
I'm not aware of any moles that I have.
Come in here. Let us inspect you.
I'll be the judge. You might not even notice. It's
I'll
not
be right
okay.
there.
Mole is a bad word. I'd say freckle. I describe it as
He
a
is
freckle.
coming in. Okay, he's coming in. He's
Okay,
coming in.
let's get a look at this millennial mole. It's not a big black mole. It's a freckle.
He's coming.
Okay, so we're
keep
gonna
going.
inspect.
Explain.
Okay, so and everyone's saying it, and I'm like, oh my god. Okay, you rolled up your sleeve, Matt. He's in here.
Okay. Hold on. There's your microphone.
You want to look at my left forearm?
Yeah,
It's
let's
on
see.
your left forearm. Does he have a freckle?
I think he's clean.
Not one single freckle on your
No,
forearm.
I have a freckle kind of by my wrist, but like I don't. That's not a mole.
It's not a mole. It's a freckle. I
Lana
take
might
back
have
the.
to be the judge on that.
I take back the. Come here. Let me get a look at your mole.
Dr. Wills is in right now.
Look, you have one.
Where? Let me see.
He's got one.
Mole, 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 mole.
One of us.
Dude,
One of us.
Okay, but why is this?
Okay, so that's the interesting thing. There's no explanation as to why. Dermatologists say okay, yeah, let's see. Do you have one? You're a bit out of the bracket.
Okay,
but
easy.
One. Just
So
I said a bit.
Hey, look, doctor.
Come here.
Take a look at mine. Give a look at mine here. Huh?
No.
I don't have. Come
You don't
on.
have one in the specific spot.
This is just.
Isn't that so weird? So they say there's no explanation really as to why. Dermatologists say moles or freckles are common and can develop through life and as you get more sun exposure in your life. So it might just mean we're getting older and we're getting spots developing. But I'm telling you, that's scientific proof right there with Matt coming in.
That's not a mole.
Okay, mole's about freckle.
Where's she pointing?
Show
Right there.
a freckle. It's a little spot.
Oh, that's weak.
No, that counts. That's a freckle.
I hardly even knew that existed.
I see all. Can't get nothing past me. All right, I think.
So
we
what's
just solved it.
millennials again? Millennials are 29.
29 to 44. What?
All right.
You don't think that's weird that so many people have one?
I don't know. It's been many years since I was in that age bracket.
Yeah, you're a different.
What's wrong? I just got.
What are you? You're alpha.
What's that though? What is that thing? Is that not
Let me
a?
see.
Look at that. What's that?
That's a sunspot.
Okay. What about that one?
Maybe.
Yeah. See, maybe. I'm gonna check my birth certificate. I might be still a millennial.
Hey, younger than you. You're still spry.
So it's on your left forearm.
It's on your left forearm. It's a little freckle. Just a little baby freckle.
No,
Somewhere.
no.
What?
No,
It's a mole.
No, it's
Call
a
it what
freckle.
it
You
is.
have to call it a millennial mole. Yeah, I got freckles.
Because
I'm not.
millennial mole sounds like skippier than millennial freckle. That's probably why they use the term mole. But it's a freckle.
If you're not sure, you can text in your photos to
Dalton
Atlanta.
says I have it too.
Yeah, Dalton, how old are you, Dalton?
He's in the millennial bracket. He
Yeah.
must be.
Is this how doctors figured out what age you are?
Yeah, if I forget my ID ever, not that they're gonna ID me, but
You're
I
at
can
the
say here.
LCBO and you're showing off your mole. Good luck making that work.
Subscribe to the CK Mornings in case you missed it podcast and never miss an episode. Plus, drop us a rating and a comment too. Listen live weekday mornings at 94.3 CKSY.com.